Is there anyone remaining that needs a pink card, member? Please raise your hand. Lauren will come by and give it to you. So everyone's got one? Okay, can you hold up your pink card? So we're going to count them. This is how we're going to establish the quorum. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is our technically spring congregational meeting. We really only have one thing on the agenda today, and that's the election of officers for the board and one other position. I just want to verify from Lauren, did we establish a quorum?
We have established a
Okay, we have a quorum, so we can proceed with the meeting. I'm going to let Deborah just speak very briefly, and then I'll basically run down how the meeting will progress from then.
I'm here as part of the leadership development team, and I just wanted to recap for anybody who's confused, because we've had, our board is made up of 7 elected trustees with one past president that's ex officio. We have 4 officers, president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, and 3 at large. In the last couple of months, we have had the resignation of all 4 officers. So the resignation of the vice president and the treasurer took place long enough ago that the board, through its power in the bylaws, has appointed the people to fill out the unexpired terms. And that is how you got Kirk as vice president and Scott as treasurer. And now when Michael resigned as president, that made Kirk president automatically under the bylaws. Now when Kristen resigned as secretary, we haven't had time to have, the board hasn't had time to have another meeting to fill that position. That position is a 2-year position that is elected next spring, 2025. And so technically, we don't have the right to elect that person today. The board will be appointing a person. The leadership development team has suggested Carol West for that position, and I am assured that the people who are currently on the board and will serve until July 1st will be appointing her to that position to fill it out until the next election next spring. So the leadership development team has provided you a slate of the people that we are looking at electing today, which is President Kirk Newport, Vice President Laura Walcott, Treasurer Scott Cherry, at-large Nick Gilby. The only members continuing from the originally elected board are Jim Adams and Kathy Westergren as at-large members. So that just brings you up to date on where we are. We have on here, on your ballot, the endowment committee. I don't believe that we're doing that because that's an unexpired term that we don't elect, that we will have the board appointing. So that's what I had to say.
Okay, so the plan was today is to, first of all, let you see who has already offered to serve. We also would like, we need to offer anyone to place nominations from the floor for any of these positions. So what I'd like to do is do that if anyone wants to. You're not obligated to. After that, after we offer nominations from the floor, we will let each of the nominees speak for 2 minutes if they want. They don't have to. And then after that, we're going to open the floor for 2 minutes for each person just to offer comments or any thoughts on the different nominations. And then after that, we're going to take a vote. And that's our plan for today. The nominees, yeah, you can't be forced into a position. Yeah, you have to accept the nomination. So I guess the next order of things, would anyone like to offer a nomination for president, vice president, treasurer, or the at-large position? Those are the only positions that are open. Ren.
I would like to nominate Jessica Belitza for treasurer.
Okay. Someone? Okay. Jessica, are you accepting the nomination? Yes. Okay. Just a moment. And do we have any other nominations for any of the other positions? Glenn?
Nominate Carol West for vice president.
Okay. Carol, would you accept the nomination? Okay, all right. Do we have any other nominations from the floor for any of the open positions? Okay. Okay, so now, just to review, we have the original slate, plus the addition of Jessica for treasurer. Okay. Would any of the nominees care to say anything? I'll give you 2 minutes. You don't have to, I'm just asking. Okay, why don't you come up here, or the microphone, either one.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I just wanted to say that I really love this congregation, and it would be an honor to serve on the board. I've been a part of this church since the end of 2021 now, and it's been a really great opportunity to get to know everyone, and I really hope that I can help out in any way I can, and I look forward to learning all there is to know about how to be on the board. Thanks.
Scott? Here, wait for the microphone.
I have been happy or proud to be considered for the position. I've been a member of the church for well over 20 years. I'm good with numbers. I've served as a treasurer on another board in the past. Just whatever.
Would anyone else like to speak? I'll just say something really quickly. I've been a member here a long, long time. I consider everyone here part of my extended family. This church has meant a lot to me here in Corpus Christi. I will do everything in my power to do what's in the best interest of the church. I will be nice to everybody, even if I disagree with you. And I feel honored that some of you feel me, suitable to take this on at this time, and I'll do my best. I promise you that. In a moment.
As y'all know, I'm kind of new to this. This was still my first year in the board. The people have tried to talk me into it for a long time, Sylvia being one of them. But I just want to know, how does it work? Normally, the VP is the VP for 1 year, president for the next year, and then
Yes.
and then ex officio, correct, for
Yeah.
the next year.
Yes.
So since our current ex officio is Christy, from being president the previous year, and since we lost our VP and our
We
president.
won't, technically, I guess we won't have one.
Okay, so we won't have
The ex officio president is a non-voting member of the board anyway.
Yeah, I know they're non-voting, but, okay, so we just won't have one. Okay, I wanted clarification. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, are there any other nominations? Okay, I'd like to open up the floor to any comments or discussion you have. Again, only pledging members are eligible to vote. Again, we're going to, just in the interest of time, we're going to allow each person to speak once for 2 minutes each, 2 minutes maximum. Would anyone like to speak about anything?
I'd like to hear from Laura Wolk on 12 o'clock.
She's right there.
What would you like to know? No, and I am very honored to be nominated for the vice president, so I know a lot of you might be maybe a little hesitant because Tim did step down, but I just want to assure you guys, we both approach problems very differently. We both have very different stress levels. I know part of the reason why I was approached is I was told because I am very even-tempered, so I guess that's really, yes. Yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say off the moment, off the cuff, so.
Nick would like to speak.
Hi, everybody. So I know there's been a sentiment of wanting change and wanting it now from some people, but I want to say that change doesn't happen immediately. As somebody who's been a member of the Young Democrats since 2016 pushing for change, it does not happen immediately by any stretch of the imagination. So if you want changes, come to church, become a member, start pledging, volunteer where volunteers are needed, help sweep the church before services. That's a big one lately because wow. And just be involved in the church, make it your second home, and start making change that way. And if you want to run for a position in leadership, run for it then, when it comes around again. And you can make structural changes at that time. It doesn't have to all be done now. It can be done in the future, and it can be done in a way that mirrors the entirety of the congregation and their breadth of opinions on a lot of different subjects and take into consideration everything.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Anyone can speak. If you're a voting member, you can speak.
I just want to say that I love this church, and I hope that we can all get together. And I'm very happy, Kirk, that you stood up and are president, because I've known you in the past, and you've got a good heart. And I just love everybody. I'm so sorry that it happened last Sunday. It didn't sit well with me in my heart. And I just want you to know that I hope we can all come together in unity and peace and in love and get this church back on its feet, because guess what? This city needs this church. For some people, this is the last place, you know? And so I hope we can all get together and be friends again and be a family soon. So anyway, love and peace to you guys.
Ren? I think Ren would like to speak.
I don't know if this is the time. I actually have a question about the ballot.
Sure.
So it says we circle our vote yes, no, or abstain, but if we're writing somebody in.
I was gonna address
Okay.
that.
All right, I'll wait till you get to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah, the question, I was already asked that question earlier. Hopefully I'll get it right. Yeah, Deborah.
I know that Scott's not much for making speeches, so I just want to say that he has been a businessman all of his life. He is aware of the treasury problems that we've had at the church because of the lack of record keeping over the years, and he is prepared to get us on track with the right kind of documentation for all of our expenditures. And so he's a little bit shy. I really appreciate him stepping up at the time of the breach so that we could continue with the church going forward.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Is that it? Okay. My understanding, so we basically have a slate that was presented. If you just want to vote for those 4 individuals, I guess you can just circle all 4 of them. However, if you would like to vote for Jessica instead of Scott for treasurer, under treasurer, you would need to write her name so they can be clear, and I guess maybe cross Scott out up above. But if you just want the group of 4 to circle the whole thing, but if you want to vote for Jessica, make sure you write her name in under treasurer. I guess we can do that now. Does everyone have a pen, pencil, something to write with?
I have extra ones if anybody needs one. I only have a few extras. There are 2 exactly.
Do we need the signatures on the ballots? Is Lauren here? Where is she? Do we need to sign the ballots? Okay, also, please sign your name at the bottom and date it, which is May the 5th. Yeah, yes. Also, just to let you know, we had maybe a dozen requests for absentee ballots, and the deadline to receive those won't be until this Friday, I believe. So we may, depending on how the vote goes in here right now, we may or may not have a determination of the winners until Friday. So we'll have to receive the absentee ballots before we may be able to make that determination. Yes, Hannah?
Will you be reaching out to the folks who requested an absentee ballot and let them know that Jessica is up for?
We're gonna have to do that because, yeah, they will know that because we were discussing that. If we have nominations from the floor, we won't know that until like now. So on the absentee ballots, they will be notified that Jessica has also elected to run for treasurer. Yes?
Just as a comment, so people know a little bit about the absentee ballots, there's 2 ways that people can do their absentee ballot. There is, they were all emailed an attachment of the same form you have in your hands, so they can fill it out the same way that you just filled it out. Yeah, so the absentee ballots came in 2 forms for accessibility purposes. Everyone got emailed that requested one, and a few people that are members that we know sometimes have trouble getting to church were emailed one just in case. And there's an attachment on the email that is the ballot you have in your hand, and they will fill it out the exact same way you just did. And we can send them an update email stating that Jessica Polizza was nominated for treasurer as a possible write-in. There is also a Google form that they can use if that's easier for them. It's all the same information as what is on this ballot. Name, signature, email, all the same stuff, options for write-ins. And I will go in and edit that form to manually add Jessica in case anyone has trouble with the write-in since she was nominated.
Okay. A huge thank to James and Nick for being our technical nerds. We'd be really it'd be a lot more difficult to carry on business without their technical expertise. Okay, has everyone had a chance to mark their ballot? Okay, just to let you know, because I'm a candidate, I cannot have anything to do with counting them. Again, any of the people who are nominated should refrain from counting the ballots. If you want to wait, I guess, and see if we do have a determination, if we can exceed 50% today, then the absentee ballots will technically not make a difference, but we may not know today. So you're welcome to stay, and if we have something to announce, we will, but I can't guarantee you that we will. Yes, right.
I'm sorry, I have another question. Are we still going to discuss the endowment committee nomination? Can't hear, sorry.
No, because it was the same thing, right? It was an open, it wasn't, the position technically isn't open for election right now. It'll be an appointment by the board.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah,
on,
it's kind
okay.
of the same thing as treasurer.
Okay.
The same issue.
Gotcha, thank you.
Where, again, for people who don't know, the positions are staggered on purpose, so we don't have like 100% turnover at any given time. So when positions become open for election, they're spread out. So that's what happened. So I'm going off the endowment committee, but that won't be till next year. So someone is going to have to be appointed to fill my place. Yeah. Well, we thought she is not running, the position is not open for election right now. So the board will have to appoint a replacement for me. So yeah, so technically that position is not open for election. Are there any other questions? Has everyone had an opportunity to mark their ballot? Do you have any questions about the ballot? Okay, I guess we'll go ahead. All right. Ray?
No, I didn't make the motion. Ray made the motion, and second was Steve.
Okay.
Could I make a comment on that, please?
Any comments on the motion to adjourn? So, all in favor of adjourning, please raise your hands. Okay, I think the motion is,
Raise your card, please.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to unanimous. Okay, I think the motion to adjourn has passed. Thank you so much. Again, if you would like to hang out for a little bit and, oh, yeah, good question. Please, who's going to collect the ballots? It should not be me. Yes. Here, Kathy Westergren is going to collect your ballots. If you can't get Kathy, if you cannot get to her, raise your hand and she'll come to you.
Bring a guitar. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Not your fault. Yeah. Life happens. I'm moving on. Yeah, bye. This is my last show. Hold. No, as in I'm moving on